Anyway, here I am. I'm gonna see if I can get this on film too, I'm talking about film. It shows you how far I am from this digital age that we happen to be stuck in. Anyway, I'm chronicling, let's put it that way, the beginning of the construction of what you might call a deer fence. I'm just using saplings that I cut anywhere from 6 feet up, and I pile them in a crisscross type fashion, and it's being held up by a T-post. And this is a good example right here of what it's going to look like. And I got this idea, I got the idea to do this. Let me step over in the shade. Usually the photograph looks better. Yeah, there it is. I got this idea from a fence I made when I was a young kid. I guess it was for Boy Scouts or something like that. I was showing off my woodcraft, wood lore skills, or whatever it is. I cut down a bunch of trees, and I made a deer fence in my woods. And back where I used to live, there were no deer. So you didn't really need the deer fence, but I made it, and it stayed up pretty much until I moved. And I don't know, it was just something to do in the wintertime. Same here. I expect it to be substantial when it's done, but collecting these, and I don't go around just cutting down saplings. At this point, I use selective methods to cut my wood, cut the trees down if they're diseased or too tight, too close together. And like that. But anyway, they should, when I'm done, hopefully I can gather enough to construct a decent fence. It should be almost as high, maybe even higher than the T-posts that I have here, and they are 6-foot posts. They're rammed down into the ground to a depth of about a foot, so they're approximately 5 feet high at this point. And if I can get, my plan is if I can get them to be that high or very nearly that high, I'm going to get get a roll of high tensile steel and run the high tensile steel from the mailbox to, well, maybe not the mailbox, but on this side of the trees, these pines, run them through insulators all down. As you can see, these more or less follow the property line all the way down to that point where you see the last tree. And if I can get enough material to construct a decent fence, and this whole corner of my upper property here will be, I don't plan on electrifying the wire, at least not yet, but it will deter deer to a very large extent from getting in on this side of the property anyway. And I have plans to construct, maybe even eliminate down the property, all along the side of the road here. And it'll be quite a thing when it's done. I don't know if I'm going to do it in this fashion. This particular idea came about when I had the idea of turning my front room, my living room, into a showroom for collectibles and antiques. So this might be a good thing for attraction of tourists and whatnot coming in trying to get country stuff. Anyway, that's about it on this one. Take care.